Hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to talk about the brand new Superman 2025 film. Obviously for this film we have brand new videos. Obviously David Corenswet, the star of the film, talks about Lego. Obviously I am myself a big Lego fan and I'm really hyped to see this because if a star of a film or a TV show really likes Lego, that means that their inner child isn't gone, which makes sense. There are a lot of celebrities who actually like Lego, and to see David Corenswet actually also liking Lego is just fascinating to me. It's just inspiring, you know. As a fan of Lego myself, like I said, um, I've always had complaints from other people telling me, "Well, Lego is childish. Why are you still collecting Lego?" And to see a star like this, a star like David Corenswet, actually talk about it and talking about it passionately just makes my day, and makes me really happy because sometimes I overthink things, and to see a star of a film which is obviously more well known than me, more famous than me, talk about Lego, that's just fascinating.
If I get to be a Lego, that'll mean everything to me.
It looks just like you.
I didn't really play with action figures very much growing up. There's a Lego of my Superman in Fortnite. Crazy. This means a lot to me.
Obviously, we have this first video, this TikTok, I guess, or this reel, I suppose, where David Corenswet and also Rachel Brosnahan talk about Lego Fortnite. And Superman was really, or I guess David Corenswet was really hyped to talk about Lego because, he said, well, my Lego Superman is in Fortnite, and I'm really, really happy about that. And that makes my day, man. I mean, Superman, the film itself, is just a fascinating piece of art, right? James Gunn actually cooked with that film, and I'm really, I'm a big fan. And David Corenswet, obviously, talking about that, it's just fantastic. Obviously, I haven't played Lego Fortnite for a while. I played it when it released, but now I'm just, I haven't played it in a while. So there you go. Okay, we also have this other reel, I guess, where David Cornsford just says, I just want to be a Lego. Please, Lego, make me a Lego.
I want to build Legos with this Superman. I would like to have Legos. Please, Lego, make me a Lego.
I really like that. So there we go. But yeah, I guess the Superman film, when will we be getting a Lego set for the film? I mean, I've heard a lot of people talking about it, but obviously, I'm not quite sure. Obviously, Lego DC itself isn't really doing that well, and that's quite unfortunate. I think the only or the first and only Lego set that we've got for Lego DC was obviously Superman, the Lego Superman. I think Mac set, but that wasn't really based off the film. Obviously, it released when the film was also airing, which is quite interesting because obviously we have Superman and Lex Luthor, the two characters that appeared in the film, but we never have like a Hulk girl or like a Mr. Terrific or whatever set. So there we go. That's really interesting. Obviously, I hope we'll be getting some more Lego Superman sets of obviously based off the movie, but we just need to wait and see. Obviously, there is this cool looking Lego minifigure that leaked a while ago. I'm not quite sure if I'm able to show it, but there we go. And this minifigure looks like the minifigure that we might get for a Lego Superman set, obviously based on the film. And yeah, obviously Marvel has been doing it for their films. They made sets for the Eternals, and obviously now they're making Lego Marvel sets based off Avengers Endgame and Infinity War. So I hope Superman will be getting Lego sets. Obviously, we have these brand new Funko Pops, obviously for the film, which is quite cool. And like I said, I'm a big fan of the film, big fan of David Corenswet, and also a big fan of Lego. So when will be will when will we be getting obviously sets based on the film? Holy shit, I couldn't speak there for a minute, but that's okay. Anyway, so like I said, let's talk about details and information, maybe perhaps obviously about the sets. So obviously Lego Superman or Superman is a film which is obviously this brand new beginning of the DCU, so the DC Cinematic Universe. James Gunn is now the producer, director, and the writer of the franchise, and he'll be making sure that the franchise itself is popular again. Obviously, the old one, so the DCU, so the one, the Snyderverse, I suppose, wasn't really well, you know, established. There weren't really great stories to be told, but there were a few. But obviously, I was kind of dead, that universe. So there we go. But James Gunn is doing everything he can to make great stories. Obviously, he has proven himself, and that's great. Obviously, with Creature Commandos, which is like amazing. We have the Peacemaker season 2, which is also amazing. More about that in just a sec. We have Superman, which is amazing, and obviously we have the Suicide Squad, which he made, which is also amazing. And James Gunn really gets the source material and is one of the most, I think he is already now the most liked superhero or comic book creator or filmmaker out there, so which is really nice. So there you go. But yeah, I guess James Gunn is really making something great, and there have been a lot of people interested in his franchise already, including Meryl Streep. She talked about, or like I think she was talking in an interview about it, and she said that James Gunn had a brand new universe that she is willing to join. So I mean that's really nice to see a star like that actually be interested in comic book films. You know, that's great. I'm not quite sure what James Gunn did, but he did something really wonderful. And I'm quite sure about Marvel though. Like Marvel itself, they have an interesting franchise going on now, but obviously they're kind of messing things up sometimes, which is quite unfortunate. But if DC goes well, then Marvel goes well. Obviously, we've seen that with the Superman film release, and obviously a month later we had, or the same month but a bit later, we had the Fantastic Four film, and both films were great and passionately adored by fans, which is really nice, and I really like that, obviously. So for me, as a film fan and a comic book fan, and obviously a fan of quite literally everything that James Gunn has made, it's great that James Gunn has made this universe accessible for a lot of people. Obviously, Peacemaker, let's talk about that. So obviously, Peacemaker season 2 was the season that retconned the old universe. Obviously, in the first opening introduction of the season, we have this brand new shot of the DCU. Obviously, Superman, Supergirl, Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, and Green Lantern Guy Gardner in this shot. And James Gunn just retconned and obviously deleted an entire universe thanks to one shot, which is quite incredible. And he wants to Lucas the shit out of the first season and obviously the Suicide Squad, which means, translated, is obviously George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars, redesigned his old films and always made better changes throughout the years. And James Gunn also wants to do that. So there we go. So alright, that's nice. That's really, really interesting. So, alright, the two upcoming films, obviously, by obviously future possible Lego sets, or that we might get, obviously, are Clayface and Supergirl. The thing is with Clayface, that's an R-rated horror film. I don't think we'll be getting Lego sets based off that. We have Supergirl, and I think Supergirl might get sets. Obviously, it's a great new film. It really entertains with people, and that's really nice. And Superman obviously is the first priority to get Lego sets out of. I'm not quite sure which possibilities we have. Maybe we could get like a Fortress of Solitude set. Maybe we can get a Metropolis fight, or maybe a kaiju battle. That could be interesting. We might see maybe one of the prison cells seen in the film where Superman was being held together with Metamorpho. That's really interesting. So there we go. We have a lot of possibilities, but we have this one minifigure that actually looks like the Superman from the film in Lego form. So that's interesting. Okay. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to see where the future will go with obviously Lego and the collaboration between obviously DC, Lego, and I guess those two properties, because I think that's wonderful. And like I said, I'm a big fan of James Gunn. I can't praise him enough. But what he's doing now, what he's willing to do, and obviously it's his job to make great stories, and obviously like letting directors and writers go at it in his brand new franchise, obviously, which just gives a smile to my face, because Marvel's been lacking that. Marvel's been lacking the creativity of the directors. Obviously, I think the only director that really comes to mind when obviously creative wise is Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi returns for a return for Doctor Strange 2, and you could see that that was really nice. So there we go. But obviously there are other directors that also have creative input on their stories and films. But I think if James Gunn creates this brand new universe, obviously the DC universe, and make sure that your creative teams and the directors and the writers have great scripts to work with, great stories to work with, and great creatives to work with, I think the DC universe will be, or will go down in history, if it keeps it I guess profile like this already. So there we go. But yeah, I can't wait to see what will be next in the DC universe. Obviously, we have brand new shows lining up and films lining up, but obviously there are films that have been greenlit, others that haven't been greenlit, but shows that have been greenlit, and also shows that are already in production. Obviously, the Lanterns one is already done with filming, and I also can't wait to see that. So yeah, I just hope we'll be getting like a John Constantine film, as a Tana film, maybe another Blue Beetle film, because I'm a really big fan now of DC, and I prefer DC over Marvel. But obviously, time will tell if the two companies will actually be making gold. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you understood what my assignment here was today, because I just talk about Lego and DC, and I just wanted to talk about it in this video because I think we'll be getting some great Lego sets coming up. But alright, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will check you later. Goodbye, bro.